Shirt number 1 from Rabash. You must always stand guard all day and all night. When you feel a state of day or feel a state of night, it follows that you must awaken the heart of the friends until the flame rises by itself. By that you will be rewarded with awakening the love of the Creator upon us. Again, you must always stand guard all day and all night. When you feel a state of day or feel a state of night, it follows that you must awaken the heart of their friends until the flame rises by itself. By that you will be rewarded with awakening the love of the Creator upon us. Yes, friends, we'd like to awaken the love of the place upon us. For that purpose we've scheduled the Congress, and we've decided that there we want to enter. Lishma entering LMA is done by attacking the connection between us, attacking everything that separates us, and we would like to think to imagine that we are now in this Congress in the first lesson with that excitement, with that intensity, with the friends from all over the world sitting there together, attacking everything that separates us and entering Lishma together. So let's imagine that right now, this very moment, we're sitting facing a ray in the Congress. This week we heard say the following: we need to demand each one from his friend between us that it will really be one chunk, one body, and for each one to feel that he owes not himself, but rather he owes his friends with whom he's engaging in corrections. He owes to them, they owe to him, and so they must all hold each other on that degree of bestow. I have nothing more to say, but it needs to be serious from within the desire, and with these words from love and our attack on the connection and everyone's great desire. Think for a moment, what do I owe my friends? What is my obligation to the friends so that we will be as one body during the lesson? What is my obligation to the friends so that we will be as one body during the lesson? Silent works. How can we hold all the friends in the degree of bestow during the lesson? Again, how can we hold all the friends in the degree of bestow during the lesson? Do we hold all the friends the lesson on the degree of bestow? Well, what comes up me is that the question doesn't matter, the answer is always an element. And why is it? And because the element is where I remove the boundary between me and the friends, and only then, if I remove that boundary between myself and the friends, I have some chance of doing good. Sent is the quality of the Creator, so we need to be in equivalence of form with the Creator if we want to be at that degree, and simply concern for one another, the concern for the spirituality of the friend, and that's how we will at least try to be in equivalence of form with him, and to draw the reforming Laitman thing for us to be ready to take responsibility over the friends, for our hearts to be inclined that way towards the friends, because otherwise we truly can't do anything other than praying for the friends. We don't have the power to do anything else. Nothing. We can receive everything from the Creator. The Creator waiting for is well our readiness and our prayer. So let's hold that prayer all less and long. Yes, pray for the friends to have as much as possible greatness of the goal. Receive light from the lesson so that we will succeed to nullify light. The friend said, because we have many opportunities in the lesson, let's say in every question we can try and see a greater friend from you, no matter what they're asking. Really be and accept each person as the greatest of the generation, and be in a constant prayer. Holds the friend, sustains the friends, is the power of their light, holding the friends in, always holding them above reason, holding them in spirituality. We have to help each other to constantly be under the Creator's influence, so that let's make an effort to adhere to the Kabbalists. Let's make an effort to adhere to love, and ask the Creator for the friends to always be adhered in adhesion, connected them to have power, for them to have this desire in their hearts to always be bestow. Yes, this is our thoughts for one another of how I can raise my friends to the degree of bestow, how I can ask for the forces from the Creator, and all our study from the 10, where each of us not only incorporates with one another, but at the And we also want to build a common lack and enter the lesson with it, so each raises the other to the degree of bestow. Okay. Yes, so what comes up for me is our thoughts should be like ray of sunlight, developing the friend we need to radiate power energy to the friend I want to lift him up, and I think this serves both sides. Me imagining this sending him these warmth that helps me, and that energy also moves to the front. You must also join the Creator in this action, because only He can hold the friends at that degree of bestow. So let's ask for the friend, and this is how we will be in our thought towards one another and bring to this AR the Creator. This is what we call the Lord's work. We ask the Creator and He helps us. He does the work for us, so let's ask the Creator to hold friends in bestow throughout the lesson. Our work is made of many parts. The thing that helps us most continue to work. Let's pray to the Creator together that He will hold the up between us. Let's pray to the Creator together that He will hold the OT between us. Today's lesson is on the subject of obtaining contact with the Creator. B. Reading excerpts from the sources, but you can find on the platform, or you can also send us questions during the lesson. So this lesson is on the subject of obtaining contact with the Creator, and we'll continue with excerpt number 2. Rather start with excerpt number 2. Arsh writes the life that a person wants to have contact the Creator, whether in prayer when he asks the Creator to give him something, or when he thanks the Creator for what He has already given him. Ultimately, at that time he is speaking to the Creator. The connection of speaking to the Creator brings him life if he appreciates the fact that he is conversing with the Creator, and he extends life because at that time he lacks nothing. Read again the life that a person is to have contact with the Creator, whether in prayer when he asks the Creator to give him something, or when he thanks the Creator for what He has already. Ultimately, at that time he's speaking to the Creator. Con of speaking to the Creator brings him life if he appreciates the fact that he is conversing with the Creator, and he extends life because at that time he lacks nothing. Friends, we will now hold a workshop. Answer the question: how will we reach contact with the Creator in this lesson? How will we in contact with the Creator in this lesson? Active workshop, both in prayer when a person prays or when he's giving thanks to the Creator. We have a great opportunity now in the lesson to be in gratitude since the Creator awakened us. Let us sit amongst the great friends and prayer for the Creator to tear us to Him and give us the forces of bestow and of love, His quality, so we'll be able to adhere to Him and the world of the Creator. Connection with the Creator comes through the connection with the friends in the 10, and afterwards the entire group and the whole world clean. We start tying our points of the hearts together, and then we discover that the Creator is the one standing behind this operation, completing it. There's none else besides Him, and the connection with Him is the connection between us. Yes, I agree, it sounds like we're now here. The question: how to keep the connection or the contact, and where do I turn my look? Is it something I'm imagining, or is it me opening my eyes and looking at the friends around and asking myself, how do I nullify from within through annulment? How do I unify them, and then from the annulment ask for them and ask for the connection? So it seems like the second part of anning and trying to serve the friends is the correct way to be in connection with the Creator. Yes, the friends, that's the reason to be in connection with the Creator, because return to the Creator for the sake of their friends, so that the Creator will elevate them, give them powers, and so that's what each one does. We always searching for the Creator in the place that He is. He's in the connection between the friends, and these 3 components, what we call Israel, the Torah, and the Creator being one. We need to always hold these 3 components in our hearts, in our minds, and to aim that we will continue. Again, remind you that we're studying an excerpt compilation of excerpts on the subject of obtaining contact with the Creator. Read number 2. Again, the life that one that a person wants to have contact with the Creator, whether in prayer when he asks the Creator to give him something or when he thanks the Creator for what he has given. At long last he's talking to the Creator, and the connection of speaking to the Creator brings him life if he appreciates the fact that he is conversing with the Creator, and he extends life because at that time he lacks nothing. I'm okay, so we heard the words of rush life that one wants to in contact with the Creator. So first of all, what's typical here, characteristic here, is that he as if speaks to the Creator, and in his speech when he turns to the Creator, he first has to express that he lacks nothing besides this contact with the Creator, that this covers all his deficiencies, desires, passions that he could ever feel. Now he came to a state where he's in contact with the source of life, and therefore he doesn't need anything else. Rather, he has to examine himself and bring himself to a state that he lacks nothing. Lot next. Questions. Yes, we have a question here. Anything a person feels as a response from the Creator, is it truly a response from the Creator? Yes, how can a person tell that he's not fooling himself, deluding himself, but it's truly communication with the Creator? A person portrays to himself that he's connected to the Creator. You can say this is indeed his connection to the Creator, and if he has some kind of deficiency in that connection with the Creator, then he feels that too important for him is to be entirely in that connection with the Creator, and check whether what he now conveys to the Creator when he speaks to him, or what he hears, what he receives from the Creator coming to him, that this connection is a full connection, that it gives a person the sensation of the complete reality. Thank you. I love him. We want more contact with him. I'd like to ask what develops that love and yearning in the person, the Creator himself. He opens himself more or less, and according to the light which then shines on the person more or less, that's how it. By what can we feel the Creator's desire for contact with us when we turn to him, or that he turns to us? We feel his relation to us, meaning his will. Last question. How do two hearts connect? How can you find the Creator between two hearts? How do we connect in our hearts from the center of our emotion? We long to get closer to the Creator, to turn to him and to feel the contact with him, and fulfill ourselves from the connection between us, and through that we gradually begin to get the experience and the feeling that we can turn to the Creator and reach out to him, and thus grow accustomed to how we can speak to him and how he can turn to us. This is something that can become within one's experience, and a person gets used to that quite quickly. Okay, we also have Turkey. Tier W. How can a person reach feeling of this lack before he turns to the Creator? This deficiency, we already have it for a long time. We discuss it. We try to turn to the Creator in all kinds of ways, and the fact we try to do that, it builds within us a sense of the feeling of the Creator. So to the extent that we connect between us and long to come to the Creator, to give him what we have from within our hearts, then based on that we make ourselves worthy of feeling his response in return. Okay, so we have women. Latin 26. We don't hear you, I can't hear you, so yes. How is a feeling where we lack nothing? How does that influence our sense of the Creator throughout our spiritual development? Our whole spiritual development comes from our level of connection with the Creator, and therefore we can say that only from the beginning of our connection with the Creator we can open a new channel here, and we can begin to receive from him the same responses or discernments that the Creator wishes us to collect them, to organize them, and thus begin to understand what does it mean to connect with him. Turkey. Women. Turkey 7e. How to build that stage of the importance of turning to the Creator, speaking to the Creator without receiving any reward for myself, him, something that we need to try to build our relation to the Creator so that we can demand from Him, ask from Him the same quality, these discernments, thoughts that are suitable for connection with Him, that our will to receive will not be in. It is no room for the will to receive in the connection between us and the Creator, and we wish to be in that, in a clean desire, clean heart, and that our whole attitude to the Creator will be truly without our will to receive. Try this as a matter of studying and receiving some impression, some inspiration from the Creator, and within that inspiration I have to feel how I'm receiving it in my will to receive or my will to bestow, and try to remain in the will to bestow and clean ourselves from the will to receive. All of these things are formed within their person, and then quite fast we clean ourselves and aim ourselves to from our will to bestow to the Creator's will to bestow. MOS 1 Moscow 1. When we reach a connection with the Creator, does a person stop dividing the world into the good and the bad, but rather becomes one who completes the world. When a person attains contact with the Creator, he starts to practically detect the qualities in which he can connect to the Creator, and he wants to guard them and develop them. He feels that only this way he can always be in contact with the Creator. He always wants to priest his will to bestow and not use the will to receive, and that's how he continues conversation with the Creator. Should it be the same as conversation with the friend? What is that degree? The dialogue with the Creator, the contact with the Creator needs to be more like beating and like a heartbeat, and internally between man and the Creator. Clearly, it has nothing to do with the language a person says in words. It's how his heart opens up and how he wants to turn his heart to the Creator, and by that he needs to see whether he is pouring out his heart to the Creator, and that everything that he has to give to the Creator, he prepares that, and then in contact with the Creator he transmits it to him. This connection with the Creator, can it be sought after between the friends? If I show them more love towards myself, I'll find more love for the Creator in them, and to myself, and for myself. I think that this is not that important at this point, and we can get confused with that key of one, that from our collective real sensation will become worthy of their Creator's response to our requests. At what stage do we become worthy being answered by the Creator? What moment? The moment when the desires, the requests that we have to receive to bestow, reach the same degree of the Creator's wish for us, his desires towards us, and then we begin to be connected together. I receive what the Creator bestows to me, gives to me, or I send to the Creator, and he receives from me. So it turns out we have this kind of two bidirectional connection. It's written about it in many quotes in our sources. We'll understand that quickly, how it all breaks down and how it's felt. 7 Latin. 7 friends, and would say that if he values the conversation he has with the Creator, then he extends, withdraws life, and lacks nothing. So it's a very exalted kind of connection. So the question is, in the work, in the daily work, in the 10 and the lesson, do we need to aspire to that? Is that what brings us to it? We should aspire to have contact with the Creator daily, so that we have a broader emotion, and in that emotion we want to bring our whole heart and mind, meaning all of our feelings, thoughts, everything we've been through and what we're going through. Now we want all of that to come into the same connection, that even though we remain in that, let's say, for a minute, we'll be able to convey that emotion of us towards the Creator in a complete manner. Creator will feel that, accept that, understand that, and give us a response to that. So we'll also understand that we've made contact with him. Orand Holland. Good morning, dear R. Morning. What you just explained, the of is this complete emotion, this emotion about being in the center of The emotion. What is this hitting being in this center of the emotion? What is this dialogue in the center of the emotion in this complete emotion? The device from which I connect to the creator is called a heart. Obviously, we're not talking about some mechanical action of the body. Right, the core, the center of my emotion. And if I try to focus on all of my attitude to the creator at the center of my feelings, and to understand him, to prepare everything I've got in me to welcome him, to build a home for him inside my heart, and the creator feels that, and then I begin to connect to him correctly. This, how can we bring each other to this center of emotion in the 10? How can we do this together, to be a friend, to bring each other to this to the center of emotion? I do that by simply being in contact with the friends. All of us together are building a place or connection with the creator. This is as our common heart, and in that common heart I also feel what the creator wants to transmit to us, and then we all feel based on the connection between us and the shape and intensity of connection with the creator. I feel all of us feel in the 10 the ability that we have to increase and aim our hearts to being more aimed at the creator. Turkey 1. Okay, Turkey 1. For the question is, how does it happen that a person starts feeling the creator in his heart? How can I begin developing this yearning? Because of human is nevertheless one with imagination, and from the moment he feels himself more in his imagination than not. Look at how it is in children, and so I can open within me a channel, an imaginary channel of connection with the creator, and through that channel I can also receive from him, be impressed by him, and also communicate to him and impress him. So to speak, that's it, and therefore don't let go of that. We have to have that connection for throughout the whole path of our development. Okay, how can we hear the P's answer and know that it's a true answer, that it's not me imagining this answer to myself? You will feel that in your connection with the creator. You will see how real that is and how much you can add to it more intensity of connection. Women unity, a connection with the creator within me and outside of me are those felt the same way from I can't divide it to inner contact and external contact. Contact with the creator is felt deep down within one's heart. That's where we should look for it, but it can manifest externally. The main thing is to feel the contact with the creator in one's heart. That's most important. He always working on that. Don't have mercy on your heart. Don't wish it anything besides connecting itself to the creator. On the contrary, the more you long to the creator with your heart, the more it grows, becomes bigger and more complex, built from a one wide range of states. Have you often spoke about the power of silence? Tell me please, with respect to connection with the creator, the silence of a 10, how can it strengthen this connection? The silence in the 10 can increase the connection with the creator on the condition that we give importance to that. Or if you take your group here, your 10, and try in the middle of a meal or some other kind of connection, try to play the silence game, so to speak, which means to be silent and think and try to accumulate energy, vector intention towards the creator, and short circuit yourselves across all the friends, connecting everyone to one connection, and that along with that towards the create. I recommend doing that at least once a day. Latin, S Latin. 7. Turkey, we don't have it. Okay. Turkey S. How can a person maintain the feeling of contact with the creator? Is this something under the person's control? Yes, man can hold in his control the contact with the creator, and not only hold it, but also develop it. We are engaged in that. Latin 11. The love world. CLE, we feel the hearts, the friends. Rather in the hearts is that the connection with the creator. The moment you feel the friends is that the moment you enter into connection with the creator. No, feeling the creator and feeling the friends could be two different Feelings we want to be in contact with. The creator to feel connection with. Indifferent each time more or less. We give to him our feelings and wish to hear from him, receive from him thoughts and desires of him that he will clothe within us, clothe in us, and shift us from the present state to the next state and a bit more each time he will advance us like that, so that each time we feel a change in mind and heart, where we feel the creator more and more. Latin 11 Latin 11 Latin 11 He already asked, thank you. Like Latin 8 From the answers you gave said that the essence of the connection is with the creator's presence at a given moment. Please repeat the question according to the answers you gave thus far to the questions. I understood that the essence of the connection exists in the action of turning to the creator at that very moment. Yes, that's how it happens. Free it'll e free. How can I pray to the creator through the lacks of my friends in the tent don't tell me their lacks, so how can I connect to the creator through the lacks of my friends in their I can receive the deficiencies of the friends and relate to them as to my own deficiencies and be a line that sends to the creator the deficiency of the friends, even though originally they're not my own deficiencies. But that's what we do, and that's how we better understand ourselves and the connection between us and the creator himself. All together in all these actions we bit by bit build within us the sensation of the creator, and afterwards we come to a point where in those desires, thoughts that we've developed on our own, we will feel the creator, he himself. 1 Shabbat Shalom. Friends, with respect to the light, does the lack, is the lack meaningful, or does it receive meaning only in contact with the vessel? In terms of the light, the deficiency has a very great meaning, because with respect to that deficiency the light shines, feeling. Where's the one that will receive it? The one who awakens it, meaning before the light appears we have to awaken the deficiency for the light, and this will determine how much we find clear discernment to us in that light. But the form of the lack is gained only when it comes to contact with the vessel, or before, or in the response to the light. Why the light comes, what needs to be the response to it. That's the line of connection, of complete reciprocal connection that exists between man and the creator, or the creator and man. Key of one. You said previously that I have to prepare myself to bestow upon the creator, and that the moment I reach contact with him I need to give him everything I prepared. So the question is, what must I prepare that I later need to give to the creator? You have some demands, wishes, requests to the creator. Answer yes. Okay, so prepare that. Of that, start asking from the creator. He will realize these requests and hopes. Can we accumulate all those requests in the 10? Of course you can, and even to then monitor the way your requests are changing and how the 10 is changing its form through that. And then we can feel that the creator answered us, and how. No, don't confuse, don't get confused. For now just demand and receive a response from him. Moss 6. It is written in the article that the connection where one speaks to the creator that brings the person life. If he values the conversation with the creator, how can we increase the importance of it? Just to think about it, that when you come together and connect, your connection with the creator becomes more powerful, more qualitative, and you don't need anything more, only that each person in the group expresses himself towards the group, that all of you together can connect and lock in on your request towards the creator. By that you organize the CLE, form the CLE where you will receive the answer. M1. We attain a desire that the creator created already. So how to create such a desire? Turning this desire into what we call a lack, for the quality of bestow something that precedes the light, that the light can enter into. How to build a desire that will be re-accepted by all the members of the group as their own personal desire. That's what you wanted to ask. Hello, put it in our own, words. We talked about the lack, the Past 10 minutes. So how to establish such a lack, to build such a lack which will have this quality that completes the changes that a person undergoes, meaning where the Creator is on our side. If you could say something like that, to be honest, I don't understand. You try again. When we study, we learn the following: we need a desire, and this desire is something that the Creator made, and He made it and distance Himself from it. And when we want to receive pleasure in the same place, the short circuits, and this brings up the question how to make such a desire will perceive the descent of the light, so it won't be Him coming into our world to build a desire in us, but rather that we prepare the desire for His light ahead of time, and He has nothing left to do but to fulfill His role as the one who fulfills us. And how to build such a desire that come before the lights. I don't think it's such a great problem, the way you make it out to be. We want to be connected together, tie together, also to build a connection with the Creator, to bestow upon the Creator. If we do that, all that together will succeed. Try to connect together in such a way that your desire will match the Creator's desire towards you. Then He will receive, as we say, I for my beloved, and my beloved for me. Try it, and you'll see it's not so hard. Europe, woman. Europe, it's I wanted to ask the point at which we have this connection with their Creator. Is it that point when all our thoughts is towards our friends and the entire, our friends? We don't have any thought of ourselves, and we just want the Creator to do good for the friends, and all our thought is completely on bringing contentment to the Creator. Is that the point that we have this contact? Ken. Yes, also with respect to the friends, when we think of them, we aim not to think about ourselves, but we want only to think about how the connection between us and our connection with the Creator will fulfill all of our friends. Woman, okay, woman. Here, in order to develop a feeling for the Creator, we need to develop this emotion. Does that come from the Creator, or from the feeling that I'm opposite to the Creator? That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's a direct feeling or indirect feeling. It nevertheless comes from the Creator. What we feel comes to us always from the Creator. Woman, to women, Turkey. In order to connect to the Creator and allow Him to operate upon us, do we need to agree with every state He puts us through, or can we ask Him to change those conditions? We can also ask to change, but ultimately, after all the changes, all of their discernments, we will have to accept what there is. Bulgaria 1. I heard you correctly. You said that we need to use our imagination to search for contact between the Creator and our hearts. How to relate that to the fact that we're looking for contact with the Creator in the connection between us. Specifically, we want to calibrate ourselves to such a connection with the Creator that in that connection we will determine where is what's coming from us, and what's coming from the Creator to us, and what comes to Him and comes back to us. Take into account here only the signal from us that is sent to Him, and the signal that we receive from the Creator. 2 signals. Only that's our goal, to precisely determine what is the intention in reception, and this too happens in the connection between us. Yes, of course, that too is in the connection between us. Thank you. How to speak to the Creator such that this will be an ongoing conversation like with other people. It depends on you. The Creator is always open. He doesn't have a calendar where it's only morning or night or noon. He's always open, always in that state, and building the slack for this too. A constant conversation that depends on you. How frequently will you do such exercises where you connect among you, and in the connection between you, you long for the Creator, and you wish to feel His state, to feel how He grabs hold of you. In this way you come to a direct, straightforward connection with Him. Even the thought of asking of questions makes us examine our connection to the Creator, and that improves us. Now the Question is, how can we advance even without asking of questions? Say no. Need unnecessary. It's good that you can feel that specifically the connection among you builds your connection with the Creator and also your connection with me. It's the main thing is the connection between you among you develop it more, and you feel how much this connection demands you to be deeper. Italy 3. Hello teacher. Many insights come to me, many desires from the Creator, from the surroundings. What should I focus on in order to contact Him from all these insights and desires I keep receiving? The main thing is, how can you be connected in the 10 so as to from the 10 to establish a communication line with the Creator and then receive from the Creator in that line of communication a response. No, try and see that in practice. It's very simple. Must. Hello, this is my question. Speed in which we recognize the lack of correction is that the same as the speed of the correction. You need to feel more, to pay more attention to your corruptions, to bring them as quickly as possible to a normal state. If I may ask more accurately, it follows that both are a kind of connection to the Creator, the recognition of evil as well as the prayer. So how do we bridge this? Both them coming from the Creator. You don't need to straight anything. You need to maximally direct yourselves to the Creator. Both a woman, Turkey. For the feeling of the Creator is that a process I can always partake in. What turns this feeling into something constant, permanent? How much you try each time to go back to the same question, the same intention, the same action, same state. Then bit by bit you're building, you're turning more and more so that this thought will become natural for you and your attitude to the Creator. Women, Latin 26. Text externality doesn't matter, but only the depth of the inner desire, how this desire, the extent to which it resembles the laws of the also. The question is the intention behind the words, the gratitude, the request. Does it determine the quality of the spiritual connection? Again, the question summarized. How does the intention behind the words, whether gratitude or request, how does that determine the quality of the spiritual connection? Yes, that's how it happens, that the intention actually determines the quality of a connection between us and the Creator, and this intention must always be developed, expanded, and it depends on how much we connect and aim, yearn for being in the same intention. That's it, that we expand it and give it room to exist more. So 7 Moscow 7 like to ask regarding a beginning student to beginner that I'm in contact with our method, our teachings, but he went through difficult sensations. He couldn't sleep. He felt that the Creator frightened him. He's afraid to turn to the Creator. Now he feels that he can think anymore. He's afraid to turn to the Creator. What can we offer him? What can we suggest? Don't do anything. Don't do anything. Does he not come to lessons? He started studying in Mar. He can't sleep. He doesn't sleep. He hears lessons. Let him do whatever he wants. By bit he will come out of it. He received too big a portion of initial light. Women, PT8. Thank you. We're talking about contact with the Creator for several days now, and I can't really understand. Sometimes we say it's only through this, the tennis contact, but sometimes it also sounds like an individual matter. So how to form a connection with the Creator? Is it through the 10 or personally? Both this and that individually is, but just speaking to the Creator freely from within. Yes, or should I add some unique, some special intention or thought to that? There always needs to be an intention and thought in your plea to the Creator. What intention? Whatever you wish to attain through the 10. I heard you say that we need to deepen the connection more and more. How to deepen the connection in the to by thought, by coping continuously with that thought. You go deeper and deeper, and that's where you begin to feel new liveliness. So ultimately the thought will operate my heart. Yes, women must go 8. Me. Please, what do we feel what's lacking in our connection? You just said that we have to hold a single intention together throughout the day, all of us together. So how to reach that kind of synchronization, not to fall from that connection, that thought I didn't say or demand anything like that. That's a very harsh condition to always be in one connection, one persistent demand during the day. I didn't say such a thing, but if you're getting closer to that, that's very good if we want it with our entire hearts, and we have a strong 10. We have the lessons, we have you. So what are we lacking really? How can we shift over to that constant eternal contact? It depends on the right connection between your desires and the match between your desires and the vector, the direction towards the creator. Women, Latin 15. Communication with a creator. Does that happen before crossing the barrier? No. After. Women understand that so long as we're not in attainment, we don't truly have faith in the creator, and that's a very lofty degree. So what to do if we don't have that attainment yet, if we haven't yet achieved connection with a creator like Ra, if we haven't spoken to him yet truly, how to make our connection to him not a religious kind of thing or illusionary. Advance the way you're now. Move forward more and more, everything will fall into place. Women, Italy, the creator always works within my heart, and I always need to listen to him through the heart. What can I do so as not to obscure the creator's words to me? Better to be in one desire, in one intention, and to be directed that it will all be aimed towards a certain audience. That's it. Okay, by this we finish the questions. O women, LA 24 world. The question is, how does gratitude change our perception of life? Gratitude changes the perception of life because in gratitude we give thanks to the creator for directing our desires, our intentions, and by that we return to him and we give gratitude. Women wanted to ask the study. We understand that every moment is a message from the creator. Every bus that passes by me is a message from the creator. How do I relate to the world so that I identify the messages I need to perceive and notice, and what should I ignore? I think become clear from your connection through the 10 to the creator. Then what you'll be feeling in the 10, according to that you can go in, advance more and more towards the creator. In the contact with the creator there are many degrees. When you talk about having to pray to turn to the creator, what type of connection are you directing us to? Gratitude, inner work. What should I aim ourselves for? Whatever you wish, you should do it according to your desire. ITR of contact with the creator. Yes. Well, I think that's it. I don't have anything else to add. I think that now we can keep going with the lesson itself. According to the excerpts. Yeah, we are in excerpt number 3 in document obtaining contact with the creator number 3 from SHDI. There is room for work precisely when the will to receive awakens. Then one has close contact with the creator to help him turn the will to receive to work in order to bestow. One must believe that from this extends contentment to the creator, from his praying to him to draw him near in the manner of adhesion, called equivalence of form, discerned as the annulment of the will to receive. So it is in order to bestow. The creator says about this, my sons defeated me, that is I gave you the will to receive, and you asked me to give you a desire to bestow. Instead, no questions about this. Yes, there are questions in the whole here. Jill, at first of all, it's a beautiful lesson with the whole world. CLE. I heard before that you explained how to use the imagination to build in the heart a home for our creator. What is that home of bestow? Home of the desire to bestow. What is in this home besides the request? Person's heart is a place where the creator can feel, and by that can feel that he is truly in a place suitable for him. As much as in a person's heart there's a desire, or a few desires that are all connected together and are mutually bestowing to one another, according to that in that common heart, in that common heart there's a ability for a person to feel the Creator in a true way, from that connection to aim to the Creator, from within a person to the Creator, and the Creator can truly fill all those inner states of a person and direct them correctly, keeps home, so there's only the clean desire of the tea there, so that no desires of the person enter it, so is to take something for himself, that something a person has to build, he has to have one small true desire that is only directed to one thing, that except for the Creator's relation to him he doesn't feel anything there from himself. He can add to that desire only connection, the reflected light, in a way that direct light and reflected light complete each other, and instead of their encounter, their vessel is made to reveal the Creator. Thank you very much. What does it mean to appreciate the conversation with the Creator? To appreciate, to value, that I value my conversation with the Creator. What is it, as much as a person is in this, in the importance that thought, the importance that should bring him the importance that there is no, there's nothing except for that thought and that relation that comes to a person, and according to that a person develops. And another question, the importance of the connection with the Creator, where we regard, where we value the connection with the Creator more. How does that give us connection with the friends, or does the connection with the friends strengthen the connection with the Creator? The connection with the friends birth to the connection with the Creator. If the connection with the friends is right, what is the right connection of Adam? When a person wants from within that connection that he's building now from within him to the friends, he also wants to build the connection to the source of all of those friends that are in connection. In the previous, he says that so when I get to a point in the connection with the creative world, it doesn't matter if I'm in gratitude or I'm requesting something, that the very fact that I'm connected to him gives me fulfillment, gives me vitality, and that's my personal work with the Creator. How does that strengthen my connection with the friends? You are in contact with the friends, you talk a lot about attaining the Creator. Attaining the Creator doesn't depend on as much as you know or the years you've already been, but attaining the Creator only depends on as much as you are in a connection between the heart. Then when you already reach connection between the hearts and want to organize them correctly, so it turns out that that group, that connection between the hearts, becomes the center of year 10. Center of the 10 is not that year 10, but that you. In that action you distinguish yourself from everyone else, and you want to be unique. Okay, so final question to continue. Regarding what you said, he said we have to open our hearts toward the Creator by scrutinizing among ourselves. And we don't have agreement, we have no agreement, we return to the topic and scrutinize. So when we open our hearts here, to what extent does it let the Creator come between us? How do we feel that the Creator comes between us and completes the work there? If he enters between you, so you feel it, the feeling is that despite the disagreement, in the end what's important is that the connection between us is more important than anything else, any personal feelings of each of us. Yes, thank you very much, Sean. Then in the way readers like a recipe are coming to a state called my son's defeated me. So first of all, it's the recognition that there is a will to wring us which we can't get rid of. Is this correct? Is this the first stage? Now, within reason I feel this way, that the will to receive prevents me from receiving the abundance that the Creator wants to give me. So what else should I add to this? What to add? The W to receive knows what it needs. It already has its inner software. As much as you develop it, it will develop correctly. You just have to try to keep it. Actually, this is what we feel the most. Okay, what do you do? So here comes the matter of the connection with the Creator into prayer and gratitude. So the prayer is that he will help us be like him, equalize with him, because we cannot, and to give thanks that this is already contact with the Creator. So what is the difference between connection with the Creator and Contact with the Creator. The connection can be any connection you want. Contact with the Creator is already contact and something that belongs to the foundation of that action that the Creator wants to help you advance, and that's why it builds an action within you, so you through that action enter inside it and you feel what the Creator is demanding from you, what He wants from you. It seems like He demands that we will ask for help. Creator is asking for help. Let it be know He demands that we will ask help from Him. Can that's true? So the demand for help for the time being is incorrect. Why? Incorrect. I ask the Creator to help me rise above the will to receive. I identify it clearly. I see that it doesn't let me justify the Creator. Help me justify. Do you feel that you're in the will to receive very strongly? So try from that feeling to ask the Creator for help. And maybe the way I'm asking or something is missing in order to really come to connection. I can't tell you what else to do. Thank you. First of all, thank you for this lesson and thank you for the beautiful questions from the world. CLE I wanted to ask in the 10 we were trying to understand how when I'm incorporated with the feeling of the other, the feeling of the deficiency of the other, how from that do I feel a connection with the Creator, because the deficiency of what you reveal on the friends comes from the Create, and in that deficiency that you discover, you start feeling what the Creator wants from you, and that's beautiful feeling the other does. It is it the sensation of the deficiency of the Creator usually, yes. If the other is part of your friends on the path, so yeah, of course, and the stage following the following stage when we feel say a common deficiency, how do we convey it to the Creator? What is the elevator? Who's the messenger? How do we turn? He's got no phone. Creator has a very simple connection. If you want to connect to the Creator, it's enough for you to be one from all this big group of, and you want to be connected to the force conducting them. The connection with Him is for this group called now in this act. Who needs this act? Sorry for asking this way, but do I need this correction? Does the Creator need my deficiency in order to give lights? You need this correction in order to feel the essence of creation. Thank you very much, Florida. Thank you. Earlier in an answer you mentioned about God requesting help from the Creator, and how important is faith in that request. Bill, can you repeat the question, please? When he answered a question about a request, a prayer for help, and my question is how important is faith in that prayer? I think that without the feeling of faith we cannot reach a connection with the Creator. To connect to demands to give gratitude to Him, we can't. Okay, let's see, we have more. 1. Sham call, does pride detain the sensation of the Creator? Yet so how can I convince my friends that anyone can be in contact with the Creator? You don't have to convince. The fact that they're hearing about it is enough. Thank you. Latin women Latin. When we pray throughout the day with a purpose to bestow, does that bring new deficiencies? Sometimes it brings despair, because we're before the great King, and in that great desire to connect with the Creator becomes tired or resists. So what to do? I love you. Continue. We have no one else to turn to, and we also have no deficiencies with which to turn. Therefore, we continue to turn to the Creator, to ask and ask of Him today as yesterday. Turkey women. Turkey, how can I hear what the Creator is telling me? For this you need to be connected to the T, and if you are together, all of you connected, you will begin to feel what He wants to convey to you. Say on 1 Mark 25. I'll read from within the quote. The Creator says, my sons have defeated me, that is I gave you the W to receive, and you asked me to give you a desire to bestow. Instead, if we came to that recognition that the W to receive is bad, and the W to bestow is good, so, and what do we? Defeat Him, or asking to exchange good and bad, so, or I didn't understand what my sons defeated me means. Creator created in us the will to receive. It's a huge desire, and its power, and its measure size, and we're trying to implement to use this desire in the opposite way, meaning not in a manner of reception, in a manner of bestowal, in a manner of desire that is similar to the Creator. And therefore we ask the Creator to help us change our states from reception to bestow what you, that's it. We understand that the world receive is bad, and we're asking for good. So in what are we defeating him? By the fact that we're turning to him. Yes, by this we defeat the Creator. It's actually our victory, as it is written, my sons, defeated me know that we found the plea to him. Yes, Los Angeles next, Los Angeles Salam. Everyone in our connection in the 10. How do I know what the Creator is telling me? How can I hear what the Creator is telling me? Again, in our connection in the 10. How do I know what? How do I hear what the Creator is telling me? Through our connection in the T. The Creator tells me H. What kind of connection we need to uphold, to have, and to what extent between us. That type of connection should tie us together, connect us together. That's basically it. These two elements we need to receive from above, from the Creator. In other words, the type of connection. So it is a mutual connection in order to be, and in that connection there should be all the souls incorporated, meaning all the desires that the Creator created. No, that's it. Thank you. T.I. Niduke, I don't see that we have anything new here. Hello. No, I think that with them. Yes, they're down here. There's questions. Dad, continuing what you just said, how can we include inside all the desires of the Creator created, or all the souls? What you said, this is not our problem. The Creator does it. He makes the connection between us and makes room for this connection. Precisely so, we will feel that we are filling all of reality, and that all of reality is within us. And what's the preparation on our behalf to receive that feeling or that connection? Willingness for this. I want thank you. Women. PT 33. Thank you, love you. Explains that contact with the Creator is already in the foundation of the action that the Creator wants to help a person advance. So when does this contact happen? Or what is the state that comes before that contact? The stage that comes before the right contact between the created beings. When the created beings feel how immersed they are in will to receive, in order to receive, and how much they want to get out of it, but cannot do it alone. That's it. So this cont is a result from prayer. Contact is a result of the sensation of the broken reality. Okay, thank you. Yes, maybe we'll keep going to the studying between us. Yes, so I'm saying telling you goodbye. When do we meet again? Tomorrow in the morning. Lesson. Okay, good luck. Thank you. We'll go to a workshop in the T, and we'll summarize the lesson between us. We had a very internal lesson. Strong. We'll summarize the lesson in the tense impasses that I heard. It was 3 different things, but the direction is the same. First of all, we heard that we have to imagine the connection and to kind of aspire for. It was also this exercise, or sort of exercise, that we kind of stop and think for a few minutes, which that is something very helpful. And something else I've talked about, isolating ourselves in the thought. Maybe can elaborate on that to summarize the connection with the Creator is about how much we pay attention in our thoughts and calibrate ourselves in this way toward the Creator. Next, friend, the Creator is always open to our pleas constantly. It depends on us how much we want to turn to him every moment. Kind of fashion our day in such a way that we are in gratitude and lie, and we're constantly looking to renew the connection, the contact with the Creator. Next, friend, also gratitude to the whole world. CLE for opening their hearts and participating in the lesson. So active, intends actively, intensely, and are adding their deficiency. We can feel we're going the Congress, and there's a completely different level of connection in the hearts. Among the hearts, we also need to continue developing the heart-to-heart connection between us in the 10 in order to come closer to the chance to bestow contentment to the Creator. Next, friend, powerful lesson. We can be thankful for such a lesson, just like the connection with the Creator's first of all gratitude for having contact with Him, and as the friend said, He is ever willing for our contact. He's waiting for our request for help from Him, and the request to the friends who collect all the deficiencies and ask for, so they will advance for Him, and they'll be in contact with Him. There was a sentence that I wrote: if you want to be connected to the power, that you want to be connected to the power that manages all the friends, governs all the friends, you want to be connected to the power that governs all the friends.